Well, there's no doubt the pressure is on the middle class. But loans for nursery school? New York City bankrolling a pilot loan program for families to pay for daycare. Here to weigh in, Gretchen Hamel, Director of Public Notice, and Vera Gibbons, a personal finance expert. I can't think of a better panel to talk about this. I'm crazed about this. So New York City has a loan program. This is city money here. It would work like college financial aid. You know, we have money, $1 trillion in college loans outstanding. Vera, to you, does this make any financial sense?
No, I think it's just a bad idea all around. I think I get why parents would want in on this type of thing. Parents want their kids to go to the best daycare, the best preschool. They want to go out and hang out on the exclusive group. They better the odds of the kid getting into Harvard. So I can see why some parents would want to get in on this type of program. But I think it's a very bad idea.
Gretchen, you know, in New York City here, it's a different kind of world, I got to tell you, with the kids. A friend of mine was telling me about going to a PTA meeting where the mothers were angry because the kids in kindergarten were not getting homework. They wanted the kindergartners to have homework. So just to give you a sense of how weird this place is. But when you look at something like this, Gretchen, I mean, is this a sign that the middle class is under incredible stress right now?
Well, I think it is a sign that in the middle class, and let's face it, all Americans are under incredible stress right now. Only 27% of Americans think this country is heading in the right direction. And we have unemployment that's hovering above 7%, 7.4%. We have labor participation rates, some of the lowest it's been in decades. I think you feel the stress all around that we can't provide for ourselves economically because the economy isn't there. And we've tried the big government policies of spend and spend, and they haven't worked.
Well, okay, so here's the daycare loan. 6% interest rate. It's given to families with kids between the ages of 2 and 4, and you can receive loans up to $11,000. I understand that the going rate for this kind of thing is $30,000, Vera.
A pile on the debt. I just think it's just a bad idea because we already have enough debt in general. We have the credit card debt, we've got the mortgage debt, we've got all sorts of consumer debt that we're carrying. And I would worry also about defaults with these types of loans, too. The city would be responsible, taxpayers would be on the hook. I can see why people want to get in on this market, but I think they're getting in on this market they can't afford to. So they really shouldn't, because once you get in on this market, then it's like send the kids to private elementary, private middle school, private high school, and it escalates from there.
Gretchen, you know, I was reading that the median household income since 2000 has dropped $4,000. We're not making more money, we're making less money.
I mean, we're making less money.
You know, you want your kids to do well, but it's going to be the first generation where kids don't have a better lifestyle than their parents.
Well, and you know what? If you look at the polls, the majority of Americans believe that. And we saw that change back in April of 2009, where Americans changed their views. It used to be that every generation thought it was going to be better off than the next. But we don't have that hope here in the U.S. anymore. You see that everyone is earning less money, they're making less money, and things are costing more. Gas is costing more, food is costing more, just daily living is costing more. So we have a bigger problem here than just being able to provide child care.
Well,
the millennials are in a really tough position.
Oh, that's true.
They're living at home longer with their parents. They're unemployed or underemployed.
They're delaying
buying a house, getting married, the whole 9 yards. Delaying buying anything big.
I want to give you guys some pushback here, though, and this is what the parents would say who are going to take out these loans. They say by the time these kids hit kindergarten, people from high-earning households score twice as high as kids from poor households. So you see the pressure here to get these kids started in the right direction early, right, Vera?
This is what I'm afraid is going to happen. It's going to be it's already very competitive, particularly in a market like the Upper East Side. So now you're going to see this competitive edge get even sharper.
Yeah, give them homework. That's what they need.
Give them homework.
So, Gretchen, to you, I mean, a lot of people out there now delaying having kids or keeping the number of kids they have till 1. What are the long-range consequences of this? Because as Americans, we just naturally think things are going to get better, we're going to get richer, we're going to have a better job. I like that thinking. You've got to think that way. But people now are making concessions that surprise me.
Yeah, they are making concessions that do surprise you. And I'm an optimistic person, but I'm one of those that's on the very beginning of the millennials that is wondering, should I even have kids? This nation isn't heading in the right direction. Is it very selfish of me to have children? And that's when you have to really think about these things in a bigger picture. And, I mean, more people, they just aren't making the money that they want to make, and they don't know if to bring children into this type of generation. But the long-term implications, just think about Social Security, think about Medicare, and now we're going to have Obamacare too. If we have less people in the nation and less people working, we have less people that are putting their tax
Well, it's
dollars
absolutely true,
into those
Gretch.
programs.
But Vera, to you, because you think about this all the time, what's the right answer? You move out of New York City? I mean, what do you do?
You move to the middle of the country? I don't know. I mean, we're a binge and starve society. When things are good, we go out and we buy the house and everything else. And then when things are bad, we starve. Same thing with the child thing. So right now we've limited it, so we're just going to have one child. When things get better, confidence picks up, maybe we'll go back to having two. And when it's a cycle.
Yeah,
It is a cycle, that's true. I just don't like the trend of this cycle right now.
I don't like this cycle either.
Because this should be an expansion.
Should be.
It shouldn't be a contraction. People should be doing better, not worse. This isn't the kind of expansion we're used to. Gretchen and Vera, thanks, guys. It's always
Thank
good to have a
you.
ladies panel at the
love
top
it.
of the
Thank
show. I like that. Thank you.
Girl power.
Yeah. Later in the